Hello, 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 Assymylly Summer 24. How is everybody doing? How are we doing? Woo! Yeah, let's go. All right. On this stage today, we're going to have some Tekken 8 action later, but right now we're going to start with some amazing Street Fighter 6. So we're going to have the top 6 right now starting here. And you know what's going to happen? We're going to dry rush right into the action, and it's going to leave an impact. Okay, I'm going to stop. But yeah, amazing games starting right now, so stay here, stay tuned. And on commentating today, we have the amazing duo of Oliver and Reigen. So some smooth tunes while we're having some smooth moves on the game, all right? So let's get hype, everybody, all right?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome indeed to Assymylly Summer. I do love this format, how we have it like twice a year.
Yeah, it's
because
pretty
it's something to look forward to every time. So
it feels like a content update. You know?
Yeah, it does.
We come in here, we see what's happened in a half year.
Exactly, and fighting games and like competitive gaming in general is like you can always expect some kind of patches and updates.
Yeah.
So it's very much the same. It's always kind of a bit of a different situation just because there's been major patches, for example, in these different games. But
new characters, new stuff.
We do have a little bit of a different format this time because we will be going for the top 6 this time instead of the top 8. So some of the losers matches have already been played. I was there personally. I was witness. I was a witness. But,
Hollywood top 8 Oliver over here. Everybody give Oli a big hand for his performance here today at Assymylly Summer 2024. I mean, incredible stuff. Incredible Guile player, actually.
Look who's talking. You were just yesterday doing pretty good in Guilty Gear Strive yourself.
Yeah, I'm at third. Pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
It's all right.
But let's take a look at this top 8 on the winner's side. We do have some of these classic Finnish names. We have Valix, who is arguably the best Finnish player right now.
Sure, but
going
you know
up
what?
against
I gotta say, Oli, before we go anywhere else,
Okay.
I'm so happy to see Dr. Gulag here.
Yeah, me too. I love the guy. He's like a big name for the community, always been a big help for
but he hasn't
new
showed
and
up for
existing players.
The offline events recently.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's always nice to, like, obviously you can't attend necessarily every event, but it's always very nice to see most of the major names and like the major attendees come into these tournaments. But we are going to be having Valix versus Tali.
Yeah.
And Tali is a Dulcim player. I believe he was also part of Assembly Summer last year because he did tell me personally that we played. But unfortunately, I'm really bad at names personally, so I just forgot about it completely.
Also,
but
you were playing Rashid, so
I was,
it's a bit of a blur.
Exactly, yeah, it's a hazy memory at this point. But
although speaking of, here we're going to have Dulcim versus... I see Cammy on the screen.
Oh, yes, indeed. So it's going to be, Dulcim versus Cammy. I do like this from Valix. So he is going to be going for the Cammy instead of the Akuma. And I have heard from Akuma players that the matchup is quite...
We actually don't know.
And the matchup is quite difficult for Akuma, actually. Because obviously when you first think about the matchup, you think that, okay, Akuma has a great air approach. So it's probably hard for Dulcim. But in this game, apparently... I do believe that Dulcim has the tools to contend with Akuma in this game. So it's a little bit harder for Akuma this time. Obviously, on the screen right now, we do have the trophies here, which the players will be competing for. So can't wait to see who's going to be crowned today.
Absolutely.
Obviously, Guilty Gear Strive and... what was the other game? Smash Ultimate was played yesterday. So today we will be going for the Street Fighter Top 6 and Tekken 8.
Yes,
Tekken 8.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be a great evening of fighting games all around. And I do believe...
I think we're going into the game.
Yeah, I think we're going to be going to the game. I hope we can see the footage there as well, because I'd love to commentate this.
It would be cool.
All right. There you go.
All right.
And already we see Valix controlling the space here. Getting Tali into the corner. We're going to be having the overlays come up soon. There you go. Thank you very much. And nice confirm from Valix already utilizing that dive kick, which obviously Dulcim and other slow characters will be having trouble to dealing against.
Tali using the reversal to getting
some space. Yeah.
Start working on his game.
Yeah, obviously Dulcim is one of those characters who doesn't have a wake-up reversal, so the wake-up drive reversal is something that is advantageous to them, or like they get some use out of it. Obviously, people have already invented these different kinds of meaty mediums, for example, where you like completely dodge the wake-up drive reversal and you get a punish afterwards.
There's some startup.
There's definitely risks involved in using that, but let's see how this goes. I think Volix already has a pretty great grasp at the situation. Drive rush into the DP. Yeah, just get that Dulcim out of the air. That's what you want to do against any exactly. Control the airspace all around you. That was a fantastic medium. Back medium punch from Tali. Getting some mileage out here. Getting some real estate.
Volix needs to get his drive gauge back. Right now in a bit of a precarious position.
Yeah, using that flow to kind of control the distance, going back and forth in the floating animation.
Trying to go for a cheeky throw there, resetting, but Volix is ready to attack.
And it's one of those matchups where Dulcim is not as comfortable using the fireball because obviously Cammy does have the spin knuckle which can bypass projectiles. It was nerfed in the latest patch, but it is still a very, very usable tool, especially against in this kind of a matchup.
You know, Tali had such an impressive lead,
he could definitely
we're neck and neck.
Oh yeah, and he's gonna go for the level 3, and that's gonna actually hit.
Not even a chip setup.
Yeah,
just dead.
I'm not actually sure if Volix would have used their level 3 there. I'm not sure which one would have actually won, because in this game it's not as clear cut as in like previous Street Fighters. Because in previous Street Fighters, like the one who did the ladder super usually won, but in this game it's not as clear.
There's more difference in startups.
Yeah, and invincibility, for example. So that's definitely a factor.
All right, nice conversion here into the corner. Got some.
And the DP, and we're
calling out the backdash.
Yeah, the one thing that makes Cammy's EX-DP so powerful is that whenever you're cornered and you use it and you land it, you get out of the corner free. So you're basically you have that free reign over the corner situation yourself. That makes her an incredibly powerful character.
All right.
When a missed anti-air opportunity for Tali. Uses the last EX remaining for the fireball here. Volix regaining their drive meter.
Stopping the spin knuckle, that's pretty good.
Challenging the teleport though. Never let Dulcim players get those teleports for free.
Nice box, but there's only so much you can do.
I'm actually very impressed about how Tali played that
that defense
set.
Really good.
Yeah, I think he was way more solid than I would have assumed, like personally, because Volix can be such an overwhelming player.
It's interesting as well when you look at players who are specializing in that zoning kind of archetype. Often the stereotype would be that their defense not as good when you're close up and personal, but if you're good at blocking, you're good at blocking.
Okay, already using that float to get the roundhouse there. Get that Cammy out of the airspace, control it yourself. That's what Dulcim players usually want to do.
Really nice.
Gets that back medium punch once again. It's a very good anti-air.
Expert use of buttons. Just buttons.
Standard medium punch here.
Dangerous looking way.
Yeah, it was trying to. And a very.
Volix is too young for that.
That was a very good delayed drive impact. Going to the super for the corner carry here, and obviously burnout situation for Tali, so this is looking pretty precarious.
Very risky teleport.
Yeah, Volix can actually take this from the next interaction, which I was just about to say. Gonna go for some safe throws here instead and gets the crouching medium. Kick into the drive rush.
Once again, crazy comeback from a situation that looked really dire, but Volix makes it happen.
Yeah. And it's obviously, there's been a lot of talk about characters that have a crouching medium kick cancel into the dry rush. They are like some of the more powerful characters. And Cammy, absolutely one of those characters.
Being able to move on from those far-reaching pokes into a pressure situation or a combo even.
It gives a massive mileage.
It's very good.
It gives a massive mileage to you. Back into airspace, gets the EX Yoga Comet here. Tali getting some space. Nice floaty shimmy there.
Really good stuff.
Yeah, Dulcim, one of those very untraditional characters where other characters are moving back and forth to get their shimmy reaction, but Dulcim floats in the air to get the same kind of a reward.
Plus, with the extra benefit of being able to take out those low buttons.
That was a fantastic challenge from Volix. Knew that Tali was probably going to cancel that normal into a Yoga Flame or of some sort, and it's going to get a That is actually much harder to do in this game, I believe, than in previous Street Fighter. Street Fighter 5, I think it was more clear-cut that you get a punish from whenever Dhalsim lands. But in this game, personally, I feel it's much harder.
Yeah, hitting that landing recovery is not quite as
it is super tricky in this game. But Valix has a clear, solid 2-0 lead right now, so he's just sitting very comfortably here, and Thali has to make all the adjustments right now.
And in this kind of 3 games in a row now.
And in this kind of a match, it's very tough because you can definitely say that Dhalsim's one of the worst matchups he has is like Cammy's one of those, absolutely, because she denies the screen control that Dhalsim usually possesses because she's always going to be in your face, making you guess with those shimmies and those throws and the whole corner carry situation, so it's already looking pretty bad for Thali.
And of course, not having that reversal option outside of using drive gauge does not help your,
that was so unfortunate. He was also dragged out from the skies with the spin knuckle here. That's a meaty overhead situation. Go for the low this time, and that is if you go for the low, that's plus on block.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is. And a nice challenge on the teleport there. Tried to get out of the corner. No dice, unfortunately.
Right. And that's Valix on set point. Let's see if this is a quick 3-0 or Thali can make a last-minute adjustment.
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad for Thali right now, but I do believe that he has made some adjustments already mid-set, but he has a very, very steep hill to climb here, though.
A lot of work to be done.
Yes, indeed. And in this game with Dhalsim, you're already putting in a lot of work compared to some other characters. Like, he's definitely on the higher learning curve. I'd probably say he's the most difficult character just because of the nature of the game. It's very rushdowny, very heavy. But that level T2 is going to land here. Going to be some decent damage and also keeping Thali in that burnout situation.
Whiffing that anti-air, unfortunately.
Just drive rushing forward, no fear in sight.
Level 3.
No, that's a level 2, yeah, but the thing is, if you have any sort of patience, that level 2 becomes irrelevant.
Yeah.
But give it up for Thali for making it into winners, first of all.
Yeah.
He's still in the tournament, so absolutely has a chance to make it out of the loser's side.
Going to be waiting for his opponent there. We don't know who that's going to be yet. However, or do we actually? Because we're in top 6, right? So do we already know what that round of losers is going to be?
Losers round 2?
Yeah.
Or the losers quarterfinals?
No, we're still waiting on that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, up next, we're going to be having Dr. Gulag, who's making their way on the stage as we speak, and he's going up against Lime, who is also a kind of a new name in the community. Because
we were talking about this before, but like, to my knowledge, Dr. Gulag, while of course he's so good and plays all the characters, probably to some extent, he has been focusing on Rashid in this game.
Yes.
And so has Lime. So
yes, it's going to be a Rashid mirror.
Yes.
So this is a very interesting top 6 because it will be double Rashid, double. At least Valix did pick Cammy, so it's not double Akuma because Valix does main several characters, but it could have been double Akuma, double Rashid, and double Dhalsim.
Yes.
That is a very weird top 6, I have to say. Like this community can be very, very interesting how they pick out their characters.
No Bison.
Exactly. None of the mainstreams. We love Dhalsim around here.
We love Dhalsim.
We love the stretchy limbs.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, yoga is good for you.
Big fans of yoga over here.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
We're all about health.
It's all about my morning routine.
So true. we do our yoga and then we go exfoliate in the sauna. That's what we do, you know.
Sounds like a perfect summer day.
So true.
But obviously, it goes without saying, Dr. Gulag is one of those people in this community who has done a tremendous amount of work for the community.
A real cornerstone of the Street Fighter community.
Exactly. He has been a big help in leveling up individual players and holding his own tournament series as well. He doesn't do it as frequently right now, but
he was holding the Finnish brackets every week.
Yeah, he was for a long time.
For a long time.
But in this game, he's taking a little bit of a backseat, so to speak. Yeah. But he's still been attending tournaments. We were actually at DreamHack.
Activated a little bit recently, which is nice to see.
And we were at the DreamHack qualifier for the esports World Cup as well, and he was part of there as well. And we had a good time, and he's obviously very competitive in the game still. So
Yeah,
absolutely.
Mirror.
It's going to be a Rashid mirror, so I think the weather forecast is going to be sandstorms all around.
Ain't no way. I think we're just straight into it. No button checks.
Yeah, and it might be safe to assume that lime is the green Rashid.
Ain't no way. Really?
Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't so. It would
be
a great mix.
I do love the branding, though. I do love the branding.
Absolutely.
Like, name is Lime and a green Rashid. Like, I love it.
Very good.
Yeah.
It was meant to be.
Exactly. Very nice interruption, actually, on the mix-up there from Dr. Gulag. Obviously, he plays Rashid, so he knows all the tricks that this character possesses. It goes without saying, though, that like even if you play a character, you might not necessarily be good at reacting to your own character's mix-up. So these mirror matchups can be very tricky if you're not used to playing your own character.
It's funny to think about, but like you might not possess the tools to deal with your own character. It's possible.
Hold on for a moment. Dr. Gulag might be able to take it from that. Actually, he misses the punish on the eagle spike, and that is one of those things that you need to be
nice.
And that was a great bait. Yeah, that was that could have easily been Limes around there.
Yeah.
But Dr. Gulag just held his head cool there and made a few adjustments there.
That's that finish shimmy you just jumped.
It's a very powerful tool in this game. It is a very neutral jump shimmy is a very powerful tool.
Especially seeing as I'm sure Gulag was completely aware of the fact that EX spinning mixer is going to whiff.
Exactly.
So it covers that option in addition to the other.
Okay, that's the first level 2 of the game.
We're going to see a couple of those. Probably.
Yeah, we could probably make a count for these because I believe we're going to be having another one on the screen very soon here.
Well, would you say that it's a pretty decent super?
In my opinion, it is at least the best level 2 in the game. So that is quite a high praise there. Well, that was a really nice reset there from Lime. It's the second round here.
Yeah, back
but
to
obviously, Dr. Gulag has 3 bars on stock here, so he can definitely
throw at that level too.
Exactly. So the tempo will naturally go to Dr. Gulag whenever he decides to
press the button.
Decides to use the sandstorm. Yes.
He's looking for it. You know, this is the point. This is where I unleash it.
He's putting up a great fight here. That was actually a drive rush with punish there, and Dr. Gulag is gonna pay pretty heftily there. Also, the corner situation is looking pretty precarious for Dr. Gulag. Goes for the EX wake up. Yeah. Get some space now. He needs to activate the level 2 here because he needs the momentum going.
And I bet he's not going to do it. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's almost always from throw. So
yeah. All right.
And now great. And he gets his own, and this is. Let's see what happens because he's in chip territory right now. Dr. Gulag might be able to hold on to this, but let's see. And the chip is just too much, and you have to also look out for that high-low mix-up. So there's so much to look out for at the same time. So like that kind of a situation is almost always checkmate for the Rashid player.
That kind of seemed like a like whoever fires first loses kind of situation.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a nice combo here. Goes for the empty Arabian Cyclone there, which made Lime have a wake-up drive reversal. So that was a great choice from Dr.
Really
Gulag.
nice punish here as well. Big damage on it. And that should be it, right?
Yeah, no reaction from Lime there on the drive impact reset. So Dr. Gulag takes the first round of the second game here. Nice adjustment. Already like the tempo is heavily set on Dr. Gulag, but we'll see how Lime is gonna put up with all of this aggression that Dr. Gulag is possessing right now.
Right.
Oh, nice. The roundhouse actually interrupting the empty jump there.
Out of it.
Oh, and that's
a bad whiff.
Yeah, that is definitely some minus frames.
All right. You convert.
Yeah, we converted into the heavy.
Okay. It's trying to do a safe jab, maybe.
Okay, so the level 2, this is definitely going to tag Lime here, and he's going to get the pickup. No, he just decides to go for the Oki instead. And now he's going to get the pickup here with the EX spinning mixer, and that is a crazy amount of damage. And also just keeping Lime in the corner while the burnout is going. Like, there's absolutely nothing you can do in that kind of a situation. So that was a clear win for Dr. Gulag in the second game here.
Not at all shaken from that first loss, immediately taking it back to 1-1.
Right, so getting that EX whirlwind shot. I'm not sure how effective EX whirlwind shot is in the mirror match, but at least against other zoners, it's a great tool to kind of clear the screen and get your own turn back.
All right. Nice defense here. Gotta be careful, though.
The forward medium punch is like when you burn out, the forward medium punch from Rashid becomes like an absolutely vile normal. So you have to respect that because it's just plus frames on plus frames.
Yes.
And I'm really impressed by Lime's play here. He's absolutely playing it fantastic, and I feel like Dr. Gulag is kind of playing from behind, so to speak. A little bit from the behind, and this kind of a matchup, like, it can be pretty dangerous, even if it's best of 5. He gets a nice drive reversal wake-up,
go back to neutral, see what happens.
Exactly, reset the situation. That's the plus frames on Lime's part.
All right, level 2,
and Lime has been also hitting these level 2s faster than Dr. Gulag. So
just a little bit more mobile, building a little bit more meter.
That was a really nice aversion.
Oh, nice anti-air.
He completely avoided the level 2 though. Now he gets his own, so it's going to be very good.
Oh,
and he's going to get the pickup here. No, he actually drops it. That's a crucial drop from Dr. Gulag. That is a pretty awful situation to be in. Let's see what happens. Yeah, he's absolutely not done here, but now he's done. Damn, and that was a big drop.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened there. Was it the nerves or something else? But he normally gets those pickups.
It's interesting because I've noticed that when Lime has beaten those level 2s, it has always been a really, really high
angle. He's always trying to like go from a different angle, so to speak. But
it might, like the timing is variable at that point. So
yeah, it is. And Dr. Gulag was also like in the previous game, he actually decided not to use anything, and he went for the Oki instead.
So both times now that Lime has won a game, immediately Gulag has followed up with a perfect. Very interesting.
I mean, this game can be very like
you can't pin this guy down.
Yeah, and this game is also like the rounds can go any other way. True. Like this game is like the tempo can like just change so fast. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice neutral jump here. Gets a heavy punish here, and also the corner situation. Once again, we're in the corner, and that is the most dangerous place to be in this game.
Ooh,
that's a nice bait. Yeah, that's
what he was looking for earlier.
Yeah. Once again, a fantastic bait from Dr. Gulag. He has definitely been on point with that bait game.
And here we go. Maximum damage, one would hope. Because that could be actually...
Right, he's going to go for the level 3, and this is definitely going to kill him.
All right.
Nice work. And he makes it 2-2. Yeah, this has been very even.
Very even, yes. Yeah. In a strange way, that has actually gone very strongly, like, in both players' way.
Yeah, like back and forth. So like one player has been very strong in the first game, and the other one follows up right after. Yeah, I know what you mean.
All right. But it all comes down to this. This is it. Whoever wins.
Again, the charge whirlwind shot, and Dr. Gulag gets the dry rush canceled there. The mix-up situation. Nice tech from Lime.
No anti-air.
Oh, and the shimmy. This time Gulag takes the bait.
Right.
Oh, and he jumps over and tried to go with a heavy mixer, but he was out of range. Yeah, that's the tricky part of Rashid. Sometimes it's very hard to check him from the air.
All right. Oh, all right. Dangerous looking jump.
Yeah.
My heart stopped for a minute.
Forward medium punch tagging Lime there, and then another empty jump here, and the shimmy this time on Gulag's part.
Is that going to kill?
He needs one more guess, and the jumping medium punch, but doesn't get anything out of it.
Ooh, fishing with the sweep.
Oh, and that's a great... Oh, but he just got burned out himself, so he couldn't punish that situation. That was a crazy
overhead raw. For the round.
Dude, I would love to see a replay from that. Is he going to go for his own level 2? No, he didn't. He's going to save it up, and he's willing to take this damage so he can set up his own level 2.
Ooh, going for the
and I believe after this knockdown, he will be going for the level 2 here. Let's get the momentum rolling for Dr. Gulag's side. Goes for the throw. Is he going to go for another throw? Oh, and just waited for a reaction from Lime. That was fantastic.
Beautiful stuff.
Great patience from Dr. Gulag.
And now
another shimmy. Yeah, and that's how the cookie crumbles. Obviously, you take one throw and you have the tornado spinning there, and there's just so much stuff happening, and you're on your last legs there. Like, are you going to take the throw? No, I'm going to try and tech. And obviously, the shimmy lands there, and like... That is a very, very...
Like shaking his head.
I mean, I would too. I mean, like playing Rashid Mirror on the main stage. Damn.
I love that guy.
I love Gulag as well. He's a great guy.
He's a real one.
Yeah, he is. But he's already been a very interesting top 6 here.
Yes.
We've had a Rashid Mirror.
I'm having a great time.
Me too. Always great to be here. Obviously, Street Fighter 6, a relatively young game already. Like a little bit more than...
Year 2.
Yeah, we're going on year 2. Obviously, like the first season pass of characters was released, and now we also have the first character from the season pass
already
2.
dropped.
Yeah.
It's so crazy
and
thinking about the pace of it.
And already Bison is showing like great tournament records. Like being a relatively new character, I think he's like being a very impressive character.
I think the general
results.
like sort of consensus on the character is that he's very strong.
Very strong, but some clear weaknesses.
Of course,
which,
yes. On defense mostly is the issue, but his offense more than makes up for it in order to get him those high placements in the current meta.
Yeah, but on the top 8, we're going to be having Lime versus Varzu, so that's going to be Rashid versus Dhalsim, and then we're going to be having Thali versus Marco, and that's going to be another Dhalsim versus Akuma this time.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Like we saw with Volix versus Thali, Volix elected to go for the Kami pick instead of Akuma because we were talking about...
But Marco plays just
Akuma.
exclusively Akuma. At least he has at this point. He did play Kami when we played at Install, so that was like a major tournament in.
It would be kind of funny if he also
spring.
picked Kami for the match.
So we're going. All right, so we have Thali and Marco on the stage here, so that's going to be losers quarterfinals. So obviously, the loser goes home here. Let's see what happens.
Finally getting into the elimination side.
I'm also like very interested in seeing how much Thali has experienced against Akuma because Akuma got
There's
released.
A lot to know.
Yeah, and also Akuma got released in the spring, so obviously he's still a relatively new.
Fresh,
he obviously has seen a lot of tournament play, a lot of Japanese players also like picked up Akuma, for example.
Obviously, this character is iconic and has been in every Street Fighter.
Yeah,
so
it's true. He does retain some of the stuff he had from older games, but he's also a very different beast in the regards of the system mechanics and all that. So you have to take all of that into account when you think of this character in this game. Okay, Thali setting up the fireball game here, obviously.
Marco playing very patiently.
Yeah, but also already Marco is setting up the back throw to go into the corner here.
I'm just going to keep zoning, man. Don't worry about it.
And Dhalsim is one of those hard characters. Obviously, doesn't have a wake-up reversal, but he's still a very hard character to pin down into the corner because he can teleport out of the corner whenever he finds
you give him that
whenever he finds the suitable situation to do that in. But
looking pretty rough.
Yeah,
for Akuma to approach this.
And the problem with Dhalsim is that the problem with Dhalsim is that he's probably the least played character in the game. So whenever you're trying to get some precious experience against Dhalsim, that was almost a very, very impressive confirm, but does miss it, unfortunately. But whenever you're trying to get experience against Dhalsim, like, you rarely run into this character online.
Yeah. Because, again, it's a specialist character.
A specialist character.
For those people who love Dhalsim.
Yeah, and people do say that, like, Dhalsim is probably on the weaker side of the roster. That's true, but also, like, if you don't know how this character is... Yeah, exactly.
Knowledge is power. That is...
So he might as well be the strongest character in the game, like when you're playing against him for the first few times, because you don't know what he's doing. But Thali escapes the situation here. And he's gonna go for the level 3, and that's gonna actually land. He takes the first game here from that clutch level 3, and that was a very unfortunate situation for Marco because he got the roundhouse. Thali was burnt out, so there was not a lot of things that Thali could have done in that situation. So the best thing you could have done is maybe wait for the level 3 to go over, because Thali was looking for that. He was actually smiling.
He couldn't have gotten chipped out.
Yeah, and he was smiling on the camera because it was like probably thinking, well, that was better than expected.
Exactly.
Now he's already leading 1-0, and like in this game, because it's so fast and so
this Akuma guy, he does quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, and his corner game is just remarkable.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty decent. He's got a few tricks.
There's definitely stronger characters in the game currently, but his corner game is some of the best in the game. And obviously, Akuma is a high-risk, high-reward kind of character.
Glass cannon archetype.
Yeah, because he does have lower health pool compared to the rest of the cats.
And that matters a lot in a high-damage game like this, for sure.
Yeah. Some people have argued, obviously, that, okay, well, it takes like 2 to 3 situations in for an average character anyway, so I do see that point of view, but there's also been so many situations where that health mattered the most.
Absolutely.
That was a nice check on the teleport. Once again, gets the forced knockdown juggle into the DP, so he's going to get a sweep here. That's going to be a punish counter.
Interesting. I wonder what option he was baiting with that jump there.
Not sure. At least Akuma shares an attribute with Ryu where they both
is this actually going to kill? That was a crazy pickup.
Yeah, that was very nice awareness from Marco, so he's going to get the second game here. So obviously, whenever Akuma is on the screen, you know that it's going to be fast games.
True.
If he wins
either
or
way.
Yeah, either way, because he does a lot of damage, but then again, he has less health than other characters, so obviously, there's that two-sided coin.
All right, nice blocks.
Oh, the DP, yeah, that was a that was a delayed DP. Unfortunately, that was not on point for Marco. Goes for the EX Fireball here.
Nice conversion here.
Yeah, I like that. He kind of, even if he didn't land there, he could have gotten so much plus frames off
Tried
of
to
that
go for the
EX
parry,
Fireball.
but not quite working out for him.
And once again, you gotta be careful with that EX Fireball because it does have some forward momentum. So characters like Dhalsim, who has tricky movement, they can slide under that. Absolutely. So you can actually be with punish from that situation. But Dhalsim's still looking very solid in the situation. That's actually leading in the rounds right now.
Oh, I like that.
Setting up the charged fireball here, but
I feel like Pali has just such excellent control of his just normal buttons. Like he's got such great spacing for all of them.
That was a great counter drive impact from Marco here. He's gonna go to the corner situation here, gets the double dash, which leads into Oki in this situation.
It could easily end with this corner. Oh, however,
that was
out of there.
Yeah, that's actually, he got the overhead as a misinput, I believe. So that's the tricky thing about Dhalsim. Whenever he goes for the headbutt into the teleport, sometimes you get something out that you wanted a DP, but it doesn't come out because he side switches.
Oh, that's interesting. So Marco with the demon foot into a normal throw, and then I guess Dali tried to punish with the super?
I'm not sure what happened there, but obviously it's a pretty bad situation for Dali because he doesn't have any meter. It's the last round here. It's a teleport though, so he's trying to keep the offensive momentum rolling here. Marco gets the forward throw. What is he going to go for? Dry rush. Leads to nothing, but he goes for the normal dive kick, which actually on counter hit this led into the level 3, so that's massive damage. He's going to get the Oki situation as well. And the drive reverse. Drive reversal wake up there from Dali.
Still could go either way.
Yes, indeed. Parrying the fireballs here, trying to regain that drive meter here. Marco is playing very patiently. I like that. Just decides to EX Demon flip. But the sides has widget now.
Ooh,
gets the punish on landing though. Very nice, yeah. That is very important to try and get whenever you're playing against Dhalsim. Try to punish the landing whenever he goes for an accidental full jump.
Interaction could make the difference here.
And just gets tagged by the standing fierce, yeah.
Walking forward. Why would you do that?
It is obviously you want to try and get Dhalsim into the corner, but sometimes they're bound to get hit by those long range normals, so that's the problem. Oh, the demon guillotine hitting actually.
Yeah. Dealing with the fireball quite nicely.
I like the reversal as well. That was a very aggressive. That was a very aggressive DP from Marco. He wants to keep the corner position, so I really like that.
Well.
Doesn't get the punish here because he's burnt out as well, but he's still holding the corner, and he gets a nice juggle on the DP as well. Great awareness from Marco. Super fast round.
Absolutely beautiful sequence.
Yeah. That was a very dominant round. But this kind of a matchup is something where you're bound to see this kind of round.
These explosive.
Yeah, Demon Guillotine once again tagging Tally from the air.
What's Dhalsim going to do? Reversal his way out of there? No. You know?
Yeah, no. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that luxury, unfortunately. He lives a modest life.
He lives a modest life.
Modest life without reversals.
All he wants is yoga, you know?
He's like, I don't need these earthly riches like like wake-ups. Oh, and that was a fantastic crouching medium punch buffered into the dry rush. Obviously, they gave Dhalsim some normals where he can special cancel from full range as well. Yeah. Crouching medium punch, one of them, which makes him competitive in this game because obviously you could just otherwise drive impact every single limb that he ever threw out. So I like that addition to Dhalsim's toolkit.
All right, tries to go for another throw, but gets 10. And just like that, Marco
that was a great guess. Yeah, that was a great guess on the jump in here. He's going to go for the level 3.
Big.
I don't think this is going to kill, but it's going to be letting Marco regain some of that drive meter, and he needs to look out for the level 3 here. He absolutely needs to look out for the level 3 here. Oh, it gets the dive kick, just bypassing those long limbs of Dhalsim.
Of course, all of Dhalsim's limbs tend to have fairly substantial hurt boxes as well.
Yes.
So having those like tools to whip punish in even sort of weird situations like that is very important.
The thing that makes Akuma pretty good in this matchup is that he has multiple ways to approach you from the air, from different angles. And Dhalsim has very, very specific angles on his anti-airs. So you can challenge the Dhalsim player to try and react to all the different angles that you're trying to jump from. So that makes it way harder for the Dhalsim player to play this matchup. And he's going to eat that drive impact here.
It's a sort of suffering from success situation where you have a lot of good anti-airs, but you have to write one for the occasion.
And it's the same thing with Guile, for example. He has multiple anti-air normals, and he needs to use all of them depending on where your opponent is jumping from.
Yes. And then Akuma mixes things up with his various ways of changing his air.
Sweep goes unpunished from Tally here. Marco has a great life lead here, almost burnout. That was definitely a misinput.
Oh,
but it doesn't quite lead to a loss here, though.
Not yet, at least.
He's still at
That's unfortunate.
And the back fierce.
That must be a heartbreaker.
Yeah, that was all that from a misinput in the last game as well. That this is where all of that mental grit matters. Like
and
Marco needs
to
on
loser's side, so
Marco needs to hold the package tight here. Oh, he gets the drive impact. Doesn't get anything else because he tackled so high up there.
But this situation is not looking bad at all.
Yeah, he gets the heavy
probably not going to spend the meter
loaded.
Here,
I actually
substantial life lead.
I respect that because he wants to go into the next round loaded with the level 3.
Oh, beautiful check on the teleport. Absolutely picturesque. I want that as a painting.
You'll have to commission some of the fantastic people from this community.
Yeah. Hit up alternate, all right?
Yeah. And the Demon Guillotine barely missing here. Back medium punch from Dhalsim not quite bearing fruit here. Nice Marco definitely has the offensive momentum in his hands. That's going to be a punish. Is he going to go for the level 3 here?
Probably.
Yes, he's going to cancel from the level 2. He absolutely squeezed out
every bit of damage
everything from the fruit that was available.
Marco wants one more interaction.
All of the juices. Yeah, he needs one more throw to make this happen. And he goes
for it. God.
The teleport, the Ashura Senku.
Into the command throw.
Yes.
What a thing to bust out in the final interaction of the match.
That's actually a fantastic point from you because normally Marco is a player who likes to spread that command grab here and there. But the thing is, Dhalsim spends so much time in the air. So it is much more difficult to land that command grab compared to other characters. Let's say, for example, a Guile who's going to be playing that grounded game. But Dhalsim, who wants to be floating in the air, it's much harder to land that command throw.
And of course,
I like that.
It's like all those 4 games were leading up to that one situation because you haven't shown that option. It's not going to be in their mind at that point.
I mean, the last remaining life in the last round, like that is an ace in the hole, you know. That is something that
I like that a lot.
I respect anyone who can hold that kind of a trump card until the end.
Yeah. And like you talk about conditioning your opponent and all, but like that's crazy. Like you're not going to jump here. There's no way you're going to jump here.
Especially with Dhalsim, who has a much slower jump compared to the other characters in the cast. Like
one thing clipping him out of the air.
Him and Dhalsim probably have the most pre-jump frames, because they are much slower in that regard. But that was a fantastic set from Marco. Marco, obviously, one of those players who has done pretty well in the tournaments inside Finland. Obviously played Cammy, now plays Akuma, so that's already like two very similar kind of characters where you want to have those like great movement speed, great reversal, like obviously
really good at converting from various
share those same traits between the characters. So I think Akuma is a great pick for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But on the other side of the losers, the second losers quarterfinal here, we're going to be playing Lime versus Varzu. So Varzu, another Dhalsim player who has been waiting patiently to have their turn, and now they can finally play here on the big stage, and it's going to be on the losers' side, unfortunately.
And there's probably not going to be any surprises here. It's probably Lime, of course, on Rashid. Cause,
I haven't seen Lime play anything else, so it's a fair assumption to make. And I do love these intro screens where
so good.
Rashid just holds the camera because he's always streaming. I love that. Like, those little details matter. They just make those characters much more likable.
The game has soul, baby.
Yeah. Flair.
Oh, all right. Pretty high-paced start here.
Yeah, I did play against Varzu personally just before this. I do think he likes to go a lot for those up-close and personal grabs, for example. So it's going to be interesting where he wants to play this matchup on the screen, and that is definitely something you want to punish. Like, the first thing you need to know about Rashid compared to Street Fighter V is that Eagle Spike in this game is heavily punishable. Whenever you see him use that on block, just go for a drive impact. Just go for a drive impact. You're going to get something with your character. Like, you're bound to have something. So even if you can't really react, you can always press drive impact.
Also, I suppose in theory, I guess Dhalsim might have pretty good options in dealing with level 2 with the teleport, but that might be a bit predictable in a way.
Yeah, but also Rashid can always send the tornado back, so there's also that. You have to take that into account, so I'm really interested. That was actually a great point you brought up, so I'm really interested in how Varzu will be dealing with the level 2, but that was a great, like, we already saw that multiple times in that round.
Multiple times.
Lime used that Eagle Spike to tag Varzu from the floating state, from the air. So that's something that Varzu needs to be aware of, needs to add that into the gear. Great drive impact back. There you go. Get some damage in. Gonna go for the level 2, actually, so gonna get some maximum damage here.
Kind of a greedy drive impact.
But I do
Lime returning the favor.
I do like them using drive impact at this point, though, because you're establishing that as an option in the first game. So whenever you do that and you have a pause from doing that, you bust that out in the later rounds. That's like the conditioning.
Be about
it. Exactly. That's gonna be on the back of their minds. But he's using frankly, a lot of drive. Drive impact so far, so I'm interested in. Oh, and another one. Why not? It's already landing. Just use your head.
Where's the eye?
And another level 2 here. He's gonna go for a teleport. Mix up. Gets good.
This is such a different pace from the previous games.
It is.
It's over.
And Lime was just.
Lime is frazzled.
Yeah, he was impatient at that moment, and there's a.
And wouldn't you be?
That's a good point. I probably would be, because this game is very hard.
Absolutely.
And sometimes, frankly, you just have to make that guess. Like, there's a lot of these kind of ambiguous mix-up situations where you just have to either take the throw, or tech the throw, or just do a wake-up reversal, for example.
Once again, drive impact. Doing work.
That has been the name of the game so far.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a nice punish on the loaded whirlwind shot as well. Get that level 1 there. Build some decent damage. That is actually a pretty heavy damage level 1, I believe.
Oh, not quite close enough.
But he's going to get a punish here. Okay, that's decent. It didn't kill, but that was obviously chip territory. So there was not a lot that
not a lot to be done.
Not a lot to be done. Exactly.
All right. Varzu looking really strong to begin
He's looking super comfortable here, I have to say.
And
once again, we come back to the conversation where, like, if you don't have a lot of Dhalsim experience, this character can be a menace.
Absolutely, yeah, so true.
Like a long-limbed menace.
Yeah, like what is this guy doing?
Exactly. Even if you have like a favorable matchup, because a lot of people say that Rashid does pretty well in this matchup. So, like, even if you have that favorable matchup, like, if you don't know what the other character is doing, you don't know the frames, you don't know the punishes, like, you're gonna have a hard time regardless.
At that point, you're just piloting your own character and hoping for the best.
Exactly. Taking guesses.
Ooh, that was pretty good.
Taking guesses more than you want.
Yeah, exactly. That walk under was pretty slick, but then he didn't convert out of it.
And that Yoga Flame just annihilating that armor from the drive impact.
This is potentially quite big.
Gets the drive reversal. No patience from Lime. He didn't bait it out. Sometimes Oh, and once again, the drive reversal completely missing. And War's he's meditating, levitating.
I mean, this is like bullying to me, to be honest. I'm just...
Greetings from the Golden State.
He's smiling. Look, he's having a great time.
I would be smiling too. I'm leading 2-0. I'm going the loser semifinals. He's awaiting me. I'm gonna smile too.
War's just being a little scamp. he's just up to his tricks.
I like the little smirk. It's very Dawson player-esque, you know?
So true.
Yeah, it's like, I know you don't know, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Our mutual friend Stickmaster exudes that energy every time he plays anything.
You know that I know that you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And just like that, Warzu is on set point. We blinked and we missed it.
He's looking super dominant here. Lime is in a pickle here, so to speak, keeping the green friend. Here's the level 1
You think you're slick, huh?
I'm not slick.
You're so slick.
Oh, and the dash up actually punished from Lime this time.
Gotta hold this momentum, but there's the drive reversal, and Lime is just not finding an option to bait it out with.
Yeah. And the air-to-air actually landing from Lime Spark. Some signs of life definitely noticeable here. So all he needs to do is keep Warzu in the corner, and that is exactly what he's trying to do because...
So that drive impact move you used is pretty cool. Let me try that.
Exactly.
All right, level 2.
I do have to respect the fact that he's going for the drive impact, even though Marsh has been very active on that. But
speaking of, what a way to cap it off. What else could it have been?
And he's clapping for himself.
What a god. I did so great.
I deserve a pat on the back. Dude, I love this guy.
I hope he wins the whole thing.
Dude, exactly. I love that. I deserve a round of applause.
I was pretty good there.
I'm playing Dawson, the hardest character in the game.
That's the energy I want to start bringing to games. You know what? I did fucking great. I'm so good.
I love that. That was highly entertaining. Obviously, Lime probably has to go back to the drawing board on the matchup because, like we did talk about before, like Dawson is a very hard character. If you don't know the exact frames, for example.
It's so interesting because we saw 2 very different Dawsons there.
Yeah.
like the energy totally different in the room.
And I do love this game.
And we get to see Marco go up against Warzu, so we actually get to see
the double Dawson.
And
the Dawson gauntlet.
Is the playstyle going to make a difference in the matchup? Like, I guess we're going to find out.
That is a great point. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Interesting. I like that.
It is indeed. But
first things first.
First things first, I'm not sure what the order here is, but we have the Finnish Classic, which will be...
It would appear that we have Balix and Dr. Gulak up there.
Yeah.
So.
But it's going to be Balix and Dr. Gulak, so obviously training partners, like
they play
all the time, a lot, and also they teach each other. They go through stuff a lot. They travel to tournaments together.
They teach people in the community. They're very chill guys, and if you ask for help, they're definitely going to help you out. And
absolutely.
You look, you open the Finnish Fighting Game Discord, and you're like, oh, it's 3 a.m. It's been a hard day. I'm just going to look at what's going on in there.
Okay.
And then you see the voice chat, and you're like, oh, going on hour 7 of
they're holding the night shift.
They got the fucking council gathered there playing
they have the night shift.
Dulcim mirrors or something. Who knows? These guys are cooking all night long.
They're absolutely going through all the nitty-gritty details of the game. So, at
least that's what I imagine is happening.
Yeah. So.
We don't know.
On the screen, I see Rashid and Cammy, so this is surprising from Balix. He's almost making the complete top 6 run with Cammy.
Could also be a button check, though. We don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure that this is just going to be the match. And
so it is.
Yeah. But I have seen Balix talk about Cammy a lot.
Yes.
I think it's a character that fits absolutely perfectly for Balix.
Right.
Because he does play Akuma as well, and I think Cammy is just a better option to Akuma in this game right now.
I think it seems that Cammy might be more consistent.
More consistent is a great way to put it. Absolutely.
And consistency in a game as volatile as Street Fighter 6 is a fairly important trait to have.
Exactly, and that is definitely something that you want to think about whenever you make a character. Like, whenever you pick up a character, you're thinking, like, is this character, like, something that I can kind of rely on those difficult moments? But Dr. Gulak regaining the meter, going for the surprise overhead there. takes the first round here, and this is absolutely one of those matchups in the community which can go either way, depending on the game, because
like we can look at this and think about what these guys are doing, but the unfortunate matter of fact is that they're on a layer different to what we can observe.
Yeah, they're
right
absolutely on like a parallel universe right now. Like their brain function is on another level. That was a really nice check on the drive impact. Obviously, Balik sitting on not a lot of life here, but goes for the side switch level 1 here. Decent damage and also the burnout situation.
Okay.
And
finds a way out of the corner. Very important.
Yeah, gets to jump out of the corner, but at what cost? Because this mix-up will be running. Yeah.
All right. That was
a great way to regain the situation. Even though, like, obviously you want to keep your opponent in the corner as long as possible.
All right,
but that was a great way. Yeah, that was a great way to retain the offense there, and it's to level 3 as well. So
big
that's going to be
to start with.
Absolutely a great way to start off the final round here.
And Gulag finding his way out of the corner, back in neutral now. But okay.
Surprise frame steal there.
All right.
Goes for another throw here. Gonna go for a drive rush or a dash forward. You go for the dash forward once again. Another throw, and this is something you have to adjust to whenever you're playing against a Kami player. Like, you need to be okay with taking these throws, because
so true. But there's only so many you can take at the end of the day.
That is true, but like you have to also take into account how much damage you can, like the Kami player can get out of those potential shimmy situations.
The difference between a full conversion and a throw is, one situation to 5. So,
Okay, and Balik's just advancing forward here, but Dr. Gulag is gonna go reach the corner first. That was a great crouching medium punch.
I like the little frame kill into the meaty there.
Yeah. Rashid does a lot of those mediums as frame kills, for example, to bait out the drive reversals, for example.
Big punish here, going into this corner. Oh, that's it?
Unfortunate. I'm not sure if that
really
was like
wild stuff from Balik there, actually.
Yeah, a little bit uncharacteristic, because Balik is one of those players who hit confirms everything till the last bit of.
But again, like that might be a situation they've been in 700 games ago, and Balik's just thinking, you know what, actually, in this position, I'm just going to do like 3 drills in a row. It might work out.
It was a great reset from Balik. Get the back throw, but Dr. Gulag fighting his way out of the corner here. Obviously, Eagle Spike, a fantastic option to get out of the corner, because you get so much screen carry from that throw. So whenever you land that in a combo, whenever your back is on the wall, like, you get out of the corner.
Balik's catching Gulag's attempt at a shimmy there with the EX dive.
Okay, once again, the dive kick working wonders for Balix here. That is something that, like, a lot of people, whenever this game got released, like, a lot of people kind of gave a lot of feedback about Kami's dive kick and how it's not as strong in this game, for example, because the hitbox is not as good as in other games. Sure, but a dive kick is always going to be a dive kick, and it's always going to, like, kind of unlock a new level of layer of offense for you.
Something you have to think about.
Yeah, always. Especially for those characters who have very situational anti-airs. For example, Rashid, known as a character who doesn't have the strongest anti-air, so you might not always have the ability to buffer out those spinning mixers. So the dive kick in this matchup, I believe it's a very valuable tool for Kami.
Very true, and Gulag evening out to 1-1.
Nice whiff punish there from Balix. Gets the sweep. Doesn't get anything out of it, unfortunately. But
all right, nice conversion from the crouching medium kick here.
And both these characters possess that crouching medium kick cancel into the drive rush, so you see a lot of that in this.
A sign of strength.
Yeah, you see a lot of that between these players, like, oh, I landed a crouching medium kick, it's time to confirm that, because that is absolutely hit confirmable.
Of course, yes. Oh, okay, nice patience from Gulag there.
Yeah, and
not interacting with the jump itself.
Oh yeah, but challenging the landing for sure afterwards. Okay, Balix gets the pokeball rolling here, and the surprise side.
So that's That's dirty.
And that only works in those knockout situations.
Yes.
It never crosses over unless you're knocked out.
Yes, okay.
So that's something that you need to know whenever you're playing against a Cammy. It's like, okay, I'm knocked down.
Yes.
He might do a side switch on
And
me.
that was a high risk, high reward situation.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yes, indeed. So if he would have,
He would have been in the corner.
Yeah, he would have been smoked and rolled in the corner.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, converting into level 3 from
is
max
going
damage.
to land. Yes, indeed.
And of course, putting Gulag also into exhaustion.
Yeah, the burnout situation. Obviously, we talk a lot about this burnout situation.
It's
but
pretty bad.
Yeah, in this game, like
it's not great.
General tips:
don't burn out.
Yeah, don't get burnt out. But obviously, against some characters in some matchups, like it's just bound to happen.
Yes, and of course, there's also some very sparse situations where you want
whenever
to put yourself in
and you know that it's bound to happen, you have to be able to kind of decide the situation when it will happen on your own terms.
Yes. If I'm gonna go burn out, I'm gonna do it on my turn.
Exactly. Oh, that was actually a very nice plus frame back medium punch from the dry rush there.
All right.
You don't see that often from Cammy.
Gulag finding his way out of the corner, but he's still looking kind of rough because
a nice
again,
hit
he's burned
from
out,
Burn there.
and that's it. All right. Now Volix on set point.
Yeah. So obviously, the winner of this goes into the grand finals on winner's side. So that's going to be a very valuable position to be in.
Volix, of course, at this point, what, a 2 or 3-time champion here at Assymylly? So, he's got, he's
yeah, let's just say that he's very successful on a national level.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
That's a fairly okay way of putting it.
Yeah.
However, let's not count
nice
Dr.
reset.
Gulag out.
Absolutely never count out Dr. Gulag. And he's also made a lot of strides in this game personally. Like he's had a lot of personal growth in this game.
Especially considering like that sort of kind of late start into the competitive side of things.
Yeah, exactly. He was kind of skipping out on the competitive scene for a long time after the launch because he didn't have like a favorite character for a long time. But he kind of settled on Rashid, and now he's made some great games for Rashid. So I love seeing that. Like I love him sticking out to one character because he's absolutely one of those analytical minds where when he focuses on one character, he does the best for sure.
Ooh, okay. Really strong here. And
I mean, everything was landing there.
Everything
was landing. All the stray normals were landing. He lands the overhead, he lands the crouching medium kick, everything landed.
And all while in burnout.
Exactly. And that is very valuable. Whenever you can have the offensive momentum when you're in burnout.
Evening out 2-2 Dr. Gulag.
I love seeing that. These two are great friends, but also
not even taking a second to take a breath. Just hit the rematch button.
They played against each other so many times, so obviously they don't really need that break necessarily. They know that they're just trying to put out their best right now out there.
And certainly Gulag is showing everything he's got in this corner.
Okay, let's see. He's going to go for the back throw.
A little bit of a momentum shift, but the light lead is scary.
Nice.
That's it.
Nice jab challenge for Dr. Gulag.
And Dr. Gulag on set point.
Yeah. So very fast, this situation has turned kind of upside down here as Dr. Gulag is holding the ropes in this situation. So,
all right.
Let's see what happens. I mean, I'm interested in seeing how Volix will be kind of...
What are we doing to get out of this corner?
Unpacking this situation. Oh, and the trade!
With the overhead,
Misses the confirm, though, doesn't matter.
But is that enough?
That is pretty much a checkmate situation because he has the level 2, but just everything landing there.
What a beautiful spacing on that overhead as well. From that kind of almost mid-range, I wasn't expecting it at all.
I would love to pick Volix's brain from that moment because, I mean, in the way that he played a little bit uncharacteristic there, kind of tried to bulldoze their way in.
Very sort of aggressive as opposed to that usual calculated edge.
Yeah, not the usual calm demeanor. So he's gonna have to fight out from the loser's side.
Yep. Last time when Volix got into Grands, it was a wash. it was I think 3-0 in winners finals and then 3-0 again in Grands. Yeah. So it's kind of nice in a way, seeing him on the ropes for once.
Yeah, I'd say that probably when you think about these guys and their track record, I think Valix wins most of the times. Yeah. So I do like to see that kind of a upset.
Absolutely.
Like in abstracts, obviously, because they are on the same level, but one has the minor advantage over the other.
Yes,
but
and I think last year Valix was on jury still.
Yes, I think he did mainly play jury. Yeah.
But jury had some changes.
Jury had buffs mainly. Like I don't think they actually nerfed her at all, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, fair. Sure. Why not?
I mean, I do like the way that shoutouts to Capcom, obviously, because I do like their approach to the game. Instead of heavily nerfing the top tier characters, they buffed the lower tier characters
that seems to be the trend
very heavily. So obviously there's still bound to be tiers, but the tier list in itself right now, I think it's very condensed. So every character has a great chance of winning a tournament or a major.
Like we're seeing Dalsim here in top 6.
And it just takes the right person to kind of pilot that character into that victory. Obviously, there's more representation for a certain character because they're just overall stronger, just like Akuma, for example.
Yes.
But in this tournament particularly, we've seen 2 great Dhalsim plays already, and that is a character that is considered low tier in the popular eye.
Now let's see how our low-tier champion, Warzu, the people's champion under that next
Warzu did just play fantastic against Lime, absolutely holding the ropes, but this might be a different kind of ball game because Marco obviously coming from another...
Beautiful check on the top floor
He just beat another Dhalsim player, so he kind of has a general grasp of Dhalsim's tools in this matchup, and he's one of those players where if he gets the momentum, he's going to do a lot of wild stuff.
Yes.
So you're going to be feeling kind of overwhelmed a lot of times when you're playing against Marco. And I'm interested in seeing if Warzu will be taken into those situations, kind of taken into those deep waters. So he's going to have to try and kind of swim out from that.
Beautiful.
That was a nice
just
DP.
betting it all on
Exactly.
That was the right call. What can you say?
Exactly.
Just wanted to take Akuma do his thing for a little bit there.
Actually, like, a small bit of trivia. Whenever, like, you win a round with a character and you have some remaining HP, the character does a different kind of animation. So in that particular moment, Akuma is very happy that he had a tough fight.
Yeah. I love that.
I love that.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Giles both are, like, so good.
They're very good. Yes,
when he wins with high health, I'm just built different.
I love
He's so good.
He is built different.
He is built different.
It is a big combo from Marco, and that is a very fast first game.
Yes, very convincing.
But I find it fascinating that Marco is one of those players who comes into these tournaments. He's not like, I don't think he's the most heavy practice, like a lab heavy guy. He doesn't. Like he labs for sure, but he's not one of those lab monsters. So he just likes to run those games, those sets, and he comes into these tournaments, and he just does fantastic in these tournaments because I think he has, particularly, he has a great style of gameplay.
Yes.
He likes to take the momentum, he makes wild reads, and they often work in these high pressure situations.
Yeah, and it seems, even though the last game was probably pretty close, he just was not shaking.
Just adamant about your own guesses, being confident in your own guesses.
So true.
It's something that in this game is it's a great attribute to have.
Absolutely. Looking very, very confident.
Yeah, he's just throwing stuff out and seeing what sticks.
Yep. Oh, okay. Nice punish.
Warzu getting some decent damage here.
Right,
that teleport, but instantly challenged by those crouching jabs for Marco.
Very good stuff. And this corner could be very dangerous.
Yeah, Akuma, once again, one of those incredibly strong characters in the corner, has some of the most powerful
Marco making some space, but again, checking the teleport. You're not getting past me.
Yeah. But once again, the normal dive kick goes unchecked by Marco. He's been using that a lot compared to other Akuma players. And there's the drive impact we saw from...
That's it?
Yeah, we saw that drive impact from Warzu in the previous match against Slime, but Marco was unfazed. He was like, no, I'm not taking the bait.
You know, Marco was watching the last game. He was
exactly.
Like, yeah, I see what you're doing.
I mean, in these tournament situations, obviously, if you know you're going up against someone, like, you should probably watch their games if you have the opportunity. Yeah. So you're going to have some kind of
an idea.
Yeah, you're going to have an idea how the how the guy plays.
Yeah. Because, like, you know, as much as you can be prepared for a character, you got to be the player matters a lot.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, the player matters more.
And I think in this game, there's a lot of those player versus player. Like, sure, there's matchups,
absolutely,
but the universal mechanics give a lot of leeway to matchups in general.
So I think in a game that has very strong universal.
So I think in this game, like, the player versus player matchup is a little, I'm gonna say, much more relevant compared to other games.
Yeah.
That was a nice round from Warzu as well, like taking the momentum into his own hands here, kind of taking the destiny into his own hands here. He definitely doesn't want to go away from the losers as a 3-0.
Yeah. You know, like his last opponent.
Yeah. There's been a lot of 3-0s. Like, this game is so volatile. There's bound to be a lot of 3-0s.
All right. Nice.
The EX Yoga Flame, a bit of damage here. Obviously, in this kind of a matchup where you're playing against Akuma, every little bit of damage counts.
We're in the corner now. What's the mix? Oh, misses his meaty, actually.
Just completely whipping everything right there.
It was too meaty. That's the issue.
Yeah. Absolutely no vegan.
Oh, all right.
Okay,
what a beautiful whip punish.
Yeah,
so
that was great awareness from Marco once again.
Decides to spend the gauge. He wants this round. We're going on to 7 points.
And he already has a 2-game lead. Yeah. So, like, spending that meter in one particular round, it doesn't feel like it doesn't scale on the weight at all.
And if you think about the comparison of like how much pressure these players must be feeling at this moment, I think it's safe to say that Warzu might be the one a little bit on the edge.
Yeah, it looks like he's kind of pressed here.
A little bit pressed.
I'm not an expert, but it looks pretty bad for him right now.
It's not looking great.
Zidioki here, the fully loaded Hadoken as well, and just that driving back. He's going to go for the level 2 here.
Old Faithful.
Exactly. One last dance.
We can do it.
One last dance.
You and me, baby.
All the way to the top. Oh, it gets tagged by the roundhouse. Not quite it, though.
Any one hit will do it, though.
Oh, he's levitating, meditating right now, and he gets tagged by the Hadoken.
Unfortunate. But a good run for Warzu regardless.
The Go Hadoken sealing the deal there. Marco moves on into the losers finals
against Volix. Yeah.
Against Volix.
That's crazy.
I love that.
You climbed your way all the way to losers finals. And it's Volix sitting across from you. That's rough.
Is that one of those womp womp?
That's kind of one of those womp womp.
But obviously, shout-outs to Warzu for a great performance today. Obviously, one of those characters specialist plays Dhalsim. Not an easy character to play.
And of course, everyone in top 6. No, everyone in top 8 only. You too, baby. You did so good.
Are you proud of me?
I'm proud of you.
But I just want to say that I'm really happy in seeing, like, there's a lot of people that I'm not really that familiar with.
Absolutely.
Like, there's a lot of people who showed up to this tournament, and I don't see them play frequently on the Finnish Discord, for example. So that's always a great sign about, like, how the game is lively, and obviously you can't account all of the activity from a national level to a Discord, for example. And there's always going to be players playing on their own terms, on their own time, and they might not be heavily involved in the scene outside of that.
Yeah, but turning up for events,
always commendable as well.
Absolutely. And like with Strive and Smash yesterday as well, we saw some like faces we hadn't seen before in both games, and also some talent from over country lines, which is always good to see.
It's going to be an all-shoulder affair here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be the losers' final, so the second to last set here of tonight for Street Fighter 6.
Let's see how it goes. Ken, of course, considered a fairly strong character still, despite...
Let's just say that I have a strong opinion about this character. I believe this character plays the game the best right now.
Ken is definitely playing Street Fighter 6.
we're already in the corner, and I think that's what makes Ken so incredibly powerful. Whenever he wants, he can corner carry you almost always to the corner. He can almost always side pitch very efficiently. He has great supers in the fact that most of his same combos lead into the different supers. So whenever you feel like you want to spend a little bit more meter for more damage, you can always do that. So that's one powerful attribute that Ken has. It's a nice jump in there as well. That was a misplaced fireball from Marco, and he paced around for that.
All right.
Using that forward medium
taking the pace down a little bit, but for how long is the question.
Exactly. I do like Marco using that forward medium kick to kind of keep Volix at bay. That was a
really
great
nice sweep punish.
That was a great spacing trap, actually. The max, max range sweep. And
so
Volix,
that couldn't be with punish.
Volix was looking for the punish, but that was actually the punish was with punish from Marco.
Yes, that's
sometimes
great.
hard to say some of these terms, but bear with us.
We're doing our best.
Okay, so he decides to go for the level 2, so that's max damage in this situation. He doesn't have the level 3, so that is all the supers he had. And he has time to make the drive impact here. He's gonna drain your meter, gonna go for the neutral jump. That's gonna be some max damage, but a crucial drop, and that's gonna be a critical art from Marco. So this is
damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. I don't think it's gonna kill, but it's gonna burn out Volix, so this can go any other way right now. And goes for the overhand.
So smart. And like a very good point to burn that meter, because like there's still 1 round left and Volix just used all of his meter. So why not? Go for it.
And Akuma shares some attributes with Ryu, for example. They both have that sneaky forward medium punch that looks like it's hard to see that overhead sometimes. So it's a great round finisher.
Unfortunate situation there where Marco tried to go for a tick throw, but the standing light punch actually hit. So it was 2+.
So that was 2+. Yeah, that happens sometimes. You gotta be ready for those situations. He tried to go for the spacing trap, but he misplaced the sweep there. So Volix got the punish here. Max damage with the level 3. That's not gonna kill, even though it's Akuma and he's lower HP.
One more mix.
Just getting that.
That's a good trade.
Yeah.
I'll take that trade.
I'd take that trade any day.
Any day.
Yeah. All right, Volix looking really solid here. Gets a nice jump in once again. Goes for the max damage with the EX Dragon.
Yeah, they want to go in the corner.
Yeah.
But
he just wanted the max damage. Probably just feeling it out here. Probably not too stressed about like keeping the corner always. Like I think Volix is playing pretty relaxed, looking.
Volix is feeling like confident
and like just doing EX wake ups, for example. I think he's playing pretty bold right now. Like he's feeling himself a little bit.
I mean, I feel like this man has every right to feel himself a little bit.
Absolutely,
yeah. What it is.
Lost frame from the roundhouse that was not crouched from Volix, so it was too close.
All right, nice conversion here from
and now we're back in the corner. Like this is what Ken does. Like every bread and butter. Like this is what makes Ken such a powerful character in this game. Always putting you in the corner and making you guess in this situation.
Beautiful frame kill into
the meaty standing fierce leads into massive damage, and Volix is just having that 2-0 lead right now. He's just playing fantastic.
I think the standing medium punch also hit late active there, so it was like extra.
Yeah. Let's go for that DP, nice overhead. Gets blocked by Marco though, so shout outs to his defensive composure right now.
Absolutely.
Just
tries to.
And he's just being checked by these jabs that Volix
doing. Big punish here.
We're gonna get back to the mid-screen position here, obviously. The thing is that Marco has not done so great in the corner because Volix has always been on that next level of guessing.
Absolutely.
So whenever Marco gets back into the mid-screen, he's already playing much better than he's playing from the corner, obviously, because the corner is the most difficult situation to be in this game.
Even if you have good defensive tools, it's still scary.
Exactly. Yeah, there's always bound to get, like, you're bound to take that one guess. Oh, and a nice, beautiful whiff punish there. Signs of life for Marco. He's still in it to win it. Pretty brazen whiff there from Volix at the round
this
start.
time, managing to get the counter sweep.
And also a rare misplacement of the overhead there.
Ooh, put a parry into a little bit of conversion. We're going into the corner, by the way.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, the double dash afterwards, you're bound to get into the corner.
Oh,
so Marco
brave demon flip.
Yeah, the empty demon flip. Interesting, and the perfect parry from Volix. He gets the turn back, and we're going back to the corner.
Yeah,
I don't know where
Street Fighter 6.
I don't know where you think you're going, but I already know. Like, this is your Uber driver. We're going to the corner. We're going to the corner.
Please leave a good review.
Yeah, 5 stars every time.
5 stars.
5 stars for the corner
Great
carry.
experience.
Yeah.
Didn't take long at
But
all.
Marco taking game here.
Very good. All right.
Impressive adaptation.
Absolutely. All right. Nice tech.
Fireball.
Oh, that's a gutsy EXDP, but doesn't pay off.
And the spacing traps laid by Volix here. He's gonna, a crucial drop for some reason. Doesn't matter though, he has the burnout situation at the corner. And just a Hail Mary Tatsu, yeah.
It worked.
It's almost like if we were playing Third Strike.
Oh yeah, that's how I play Third Strike. That's how we play Third Strike.
You don't play Akuma, but yeah. Otherwise, yes.
So true.
I signed that. Okay, Marco still has few moments here to make some crucial adjustments. He needs this game. He's gonna drop out, but there's some uncharacteristic drops from Volix.
It might be that Volix hasn't played Ken in a little bit.
I mean, he's already played 2 characters in this top 8, so he's bound to make some of those adjustment mistakes. Because in this game, it's
really
very in this game it's very hard to like switch from character to character, and obviously in this kind of a tournament situation anyway. And the level 1 here, fully invincible, obviously.
One interaction could
and the DP just getting him out of the air, and he's gonna go for the overhead, and Volix takes it, obviously. Marco's smiling because he
I got
probably already assumed that he was gonna lose, because, I mean, we did spend a lot of time. We were on a road trip to DreamHack, Sweden. We were participating in the esports World Cup, and we did play a lot of casuals in the like while waiting.
So he knows where he's at.
Yeah, so he definitely knows where he's at. He's made great adjustments in the game.
But
in general,
getting that one game off of Volix in this tournament situation, nothing to
scoff at.
Yes, exactly. And of course, Volix, as we were talking earlier, was probably the favorite to win. But Gulag.
The thing is also, I find Akuma is not like an easy character to pick in this game. So
and in tournament especially. Because your mistakes cost that much more.
Yeah, your mistakes cost you multiple times compared to other characters. Like, obviously, you drop a combo with Zangief, it's not as bad because he has way more. Yeah, exactly. He can take a hit. But I don't think it's a surprise to anyone that we're going to be seeing the grand finals. It's going to be Volix versus Dr. Gulag. I think a fair assumption to be made is that a lot of people probably assumed that Volix was going to be on the winner's side, so it was going to be reversed, like the roles were going to be reversed. But this time, I think it's interesting. I can't wait to see what happens. Yeah,
to be honest.
Me too, because
I
want to see what kind of adjustments Volix can make, because he obviously, if anyone doesn't know, we're in the grand finals. So obviously, if you're coming from the loser's side, first you need to beat Dr. Gulag in this situation. In 3 games, you're going to reset the bracket, and you're going to be playing another set.
Yeah, that's the sort of like reward for not having lost a game.
Exactly.
And Volix has to, first drag Dr. Gulag down into that loser's bracket
where
they can hash it out honestly.
Yeah, in the deep waters. Come in, the water is fine.
But we'll see, because I feel like one thing that Volix could definitely do, and we can see it here, is he could pick a different character.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, can we get some noise for the grand finals right now starting?
That's what we like to hear.
Dr. Gulag versus Volix. No surprise here. It's going to be Rashid versus Akuma, so it's like one of those matchups of the DLC characters, so to speak.
Didn't Volix play Kami last time?
Yes, he did, but I do believe that Volix considers Akuma to be his main character right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's interesting that now he is busting up Akuma.
Actually, that's a great point. I completely forgot.
He
played Kami, so I think it's a fair assumption that he feels more comfortable with Akuma in this matchup, like he wants to try how it feels to play.
He has some leeway to experiment here before it gets rough.
Exactly, But obviously he's on the loser's side, so he doesn't have as much of that adjustment space as Dr. Gulag, obviously. Just eating those overheads.
Yeah, the overhead has been doing a lot of work.
They have been doing a lot of work.
I feel like Rashid's overhead has a very sort of special characteristic in that it hits from fairly far away, where you wouldn't usually be thinking, okay, I might be getting hit upside the head from here.
And it's also one of those very surprising animations because the character kind of
his feet just lift off the
back.
ground.
And the thing is, Rashid has lots of those animations in his different moves. He has lots of flips and tricks and jumps, so it's hard to look out for that. Oh, I think that was a cross-cut DP, but sometimes you get the super out because of the input leeway in this game, so that was unfortunate for Volix, and I think he's going to lose the first game here because of that.
Unless a miracle happens.
Oh, and he's going to eat that overhead again.
Overhead,
over all of the heads right now.
Yes. And, Volix, a young man, proving that even young people can get hit by command overheads, That makes me feel better as a 31-year-old man,
I mean,
at the end of the day, me and Volix were just the same.
Yeah. He's just like me.
Just like me.
All right, nice whiff punish there from Volix.
All right.
Still kind of showing his fangs.
All right.
Taken lightly. Dr. Gulag has kind of been running the show right now. His offensive momentum right now is just
interesting
so strong.
because Volix got that throw into the corner, but kind of backed off and gave Gulag space to do something.
I don't know if Volix is on his A game today, but he's had some crucial drops here. He just had a combo drop here in the last moments of this round. So he could have actually lost that round as well, potentially.
He made it work.
Yeah, he definitely made it work.
All right.
Picked up where he left.
That's a good punish on the drive reversal.
No anti-air from the that's something you need to have at this point.
Of course, against Rashid, there's a lot of stuff to think about at all times, so,
Nice, perfect parry and gets a pretty decent chunk of damage and gets
really
the
good
OK situation. Yeah, that was a good wake-up. It was a good response from Dr. Gulag and takes the round from that.
Okay. Now, Gulag has 3 gauge. Level 2 could come out at any moment.
Right, and that is something that I have noticed that Dr. Gulag does a lot. He does the long version of the whirlwind shot, and then he does the one that lands closer. So he's always kind of trying to guide you into jump against him.
That was really interesting. Gulag was kind of like betting on Volix's respect there.
Yeah.
And it did not pay off, actually.
I like that because even though it's an incredibly powerful level 2 super, sometimes you have to kind of show that you're not just going to hold everything. Yeah. Sometimes you have to make that risky throw or the risky super. Like there's always a risk involved whenever there's level 2 on the screen.
Everything's hitting.
And now he has another level 2. He can actually chip out in this situation. He's just trying to back out.
But he needs to find activation.
Yeah, he's looking for it right now, and there it is. And that's a chip.
It's over.
Yeah, it's the chip situation. Like that's
2-0 in grand finals for Dr. Gulag.
I can't get over how
just rematch.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I can't get over how strong that level 2 is. Like, it's such a checkmate in that situation because he could have just chipped you in like multiple different times. Like, there's overabundance of chip damage in that situation, so he's bound to like just finish off the round.
He can just hammer you with the Eagle spikes.
Exactly, he can just throw stuff out, especially that Volix didn't have a lot of meter in that situation.
However, Volix, quick to press a rematch and quick to finish off that round.
Exactly.
Do not count this man out. He can make this comeback happen. And if he wins 3 games, then he has some leeway again.
Nice drive rush. He gets the EX Adamant Flame here.
Ooh, beautiful punish.
Sorry, that was the heavy version.
Okay.
They're looking for anything right now. Just pressing the jabs, kind of staggering the jabs here. And just going for another throw. Is going to be another throw here, waiting for that reversal.
There it is.
Great adjustment from Volix. I love seeing that. Like, don't go out on a 3-0 note in the grand finals.
Yeah, exactly. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
We're still in it. We're still working on it.
Right, just parrying those whirlwind shots right now.
Volix
fireball
looking more
right
confident
now.
here.
Yeah, I think he's playing a lot more comfortable in the situation. He's willing to parry out those fireballs.
Yes.
Parry out those fireballs.
Beautiful perfect parry here. Little punish. The spinning mixer. I mean, you gotta show it.
Medium kick right now, and even though Rashid A-game is in the corner. That's where he's the most dangerous. Can't count out Rashid in mid-screen as well. He has some great normals like roundhouse, for example. Crouching medium kick, always a strong tool as well. So you got to be kind of aware of those options whenever you're playing against Rashid in the mid-screen as well. Nice backdash to avoid the throw there. Yeah. Volix takes another round here. Is it going to be a moderately fast 2-2 situation? Let's see what happens. And that's going to be plus on block, obviously, because it's cancelled from a dry rush. The overhead, obviously, normally you take your turn back, but from dry rush.
Here, like we were talking earlier, like if Volix manages to
get going to land, there you go. He's going to get the crumple into the corner here. Is he going to continue the combo here? He's going to go for the target combo, but misses the second shot here.
Doesn't matter. We keep going.
Yeah, he's going to get the heavy Tatsu here, so that's going to lead into some other Oki as well, but Dr. Gulax takes the turn here. He's not going to go for the level 2 here. Not quite yet. But he's going to...
That's it.
Yeah, he's going to pay for that. He's going to pay for that because he did not use that. Sometimes it's like one of those suffering from success moments. You have so many options. You have the level 2. You want to hold on to it as long as you can to kind of seal the deal. But sometimes you have to take your turn back. You have to use that level 2 to get that offensive momentum rolling.
I just can't say how much I respect the rematch made between these guys. Like, we're grand finals, and they're just going for it, you know?
These guys have played hundreds, if not thousands, of matches against each other.
Press the button, man. We're going.
Yeah, just run the set, man.
Volix is now on set point, looking to drag Gulak down into the loser's bracket.
We might see a bracket reset here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens. Dr. Gulak gets a jump in, though. Gets the corner. Taking the throw here. Volix holding on here. Gets pretty decent.
Okay.
Yeah, he was looking out for the techno, likely. He's not going to land. That is going to land.
Nice level 2.
Yeah.
It would be a shame if anything were to happen to it.
That would be very unfortunate, but Dr. Gulak in a pickle here because he is burnt out. Volix still has a slight bit of meter here, so he gets to keep the offensive momentum rolling right now. He's going to be stunned in the corner.
Perfect.
And that is going to be the bracket reset here.
It is. At least 3 more games.
Great adjustment for Volix. Absolutely amazing. He's probably pretty satisfied with himself because
look at him. Of course he is.
I mean, and he's one of those like modest guys. He doesn't show necessarily all of the emotions on his face, especially when he's playing like he's locked in. But in that situation, he probably felt pretty damn good.
That's pretty good, you know?
Because he was
almost out.
He was almost out 3 games to 0.
All right. Now, this is it. The final set of the evening. Well, not the final set of the evening. Tekken is still coming.
Yes, but final set of
Street Fighter 6.
Yes. And I wouldn't want to have it any other way than Volix going up against Dr. Gulak. It's going to be plus rank once again, so Volix gets to keep the offensive rolling here. Nice whiff punish once again, and this is where kind of
whiffing the fireball.
This is kind of where the disparity of the characters comes in, because I do believe that overall Akuma has a better set of normals compared to Rashid. So whenever Dr. Gulak is whiffing those buttons, he's paying dearly in those situations. So Volix is making a lot of mileage out of these whiff punish situations right now.
Yes, and of course now the pressure is suddenly on Gulag because he's just been dethroned over here.
Yeah, exactly.
And he needs to make it.
Yeah, that's a fantastic point. Like the pressure. Oh, that was a nice bait. The backwards teleport. You haven't seen any backwards teleport or forward teleports for a matter of fact from Volix. So like just busting out the backward teleport.
It's interesting. Showing that option now, Gulag has to think about it. Okay, Volix.
And that was a very fast game already. We're 1-0.
That was it?
Yeah, it was.
Blink and you'll miss it. Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, exactly.
Akuma Street Fighter 6.
Double dash into Oki once again. Volix has the offensive right now. Like he is absolutely playing the most comfortable Street Fighter of his life right now. It's almost like he's sitting at home, like on the sofa. He's just running some casuals against Dr. Gulak.
He's wearing those headphones. He can't hear us.
Maybe that's his mindset.
Maybe
he's
they're in that Discord call.
Yeah, it's like we're on that Discord call. We're running those casuals. Yeah, GG's, bro.
GG's, bro. All right, it's 5 a.m. Maybe you should think about something.
I need to catch a few hours of sleep.
Quality.
Yeah. Okay, once again, and he has started off with that overhead multiple rounds in a row.
And now tried to go for the teleport there.
And Dr. Gulag still did not bite there.
Nope,
Dr. Gulag, no visceral reaction of him.
All right, nice spinning mixer into... Oh, very careful now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Forward leaning punch here.
Beautiful.
And another whip punish, yes. He's on point with those whip punishes right now.
Just that,
Now he needs this offensive momentum. He needs to reset the situation, build some drive meter back, but the perfect parry from Alex. Is he going to go
into level 3 for 2 games in a row?
Wow. And that is a situation where you know the tornado is coming. You need to finish your combo and go into the animation so you don't get hit out from your combo, because tornado...
If you calculate the involve wrong, you're done.
Yeah, exactly.
So you wasted that meter.
So if you continue your combo too long, you're going to get tagged by the tornado, and Rashid is going to get his turn back. So that is something you always need to be aware of when you're playing against this character and the tornado is out on screen.
Now Dr. Gulag, with his back against the wall, needs to win 3 games in a row in order to actually take it home.
That is an incredibly steep hill to climb.
And Volix looking strong as ever.
Yeah, the safe jump, everything is working right now for Volix.
Just watch him. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Exactly. Are you going to run it back?
I'm running
Oh, and the EX Hadoken into level 1, and that is enough, and he is on tournament point right now.
A destructive performance
from
Volix so far.
I have to say, this is an incredible adjustment. Like, everything just turned upside down. Reversal EXDP, everything is working. Dr. Gulag just trying to get a turn here.
Alright, level 2.
That's
Can
a go
we make it
slide.
work? Nice.
The punish counter throw, that's going to be decent damage. And he's probably looking for the stun here in the corner. He needs to be aware of the super
Really
from
good
Volix.
spinning mixer.
Yeah, gets out of the corner though.
Such a good anti-air there.
Oh, into the other corner though. And he could have confirmed from the trade there. Yeah.
Let him cook.
Yeah. Let it cook for a while. Yeah. Let the flavors kind of gather here. Let the flavors.
Gulag is, he's finished thinking about it, and now he's gonna start doing something about it.
He's done forming a plan, and now he's gonna. Yeah.
It's time to execute. Okay.
I love that. Doesn't have a lot of room to execute that plan,
but let's hope. Let's hope for more games.
If there's anyone I trust, it's Dr. Gulag.
Absolutely. He's been here before.
Yeah, exactly. Not his first rodeo, for sure.
Nope.
But that's going to be...
Oh, just jumps out. Let's just go.
Oh, this is scary because Volix has the level 3, so any kind of a combo here is going to almost lead into death here. Dr. Gulag needs to regain that meter. Just hold on right now.
But no conversion there.
Oh, just jumps over.
The beautiful air movement.
And the overhead, he needs the overhead.
Level 3, and
that
is it.
It is over. Volix takes Assymylly Summer 24, the champion. He's been the champion before. He's the champion again. He makes it again. He makes the magic happen.
Look at that. They're
Just,
smiling.
they
had a good time up there.
They had a good time. We had a good time, and I hope the audience had a good time as well.
Gosh, I hope so.
Yeah. Wow, okay. I think we're going to be going to the stage here as
my man King Konanza, the most handsome man in the Finnish FGC, right after you, of course, Ola.
Magnificent beard.
What? Oh. On. Mic check. Just a moment.
All
Just
right.
shout, man. You've got the pipes.
Nah, I
hello,
think
hello.
It's good to
so true.
For the next day.
Hello, hello. Can we hear? Can we hear? No, no. Hello. 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 Oni? Yes. Wow, what a set from Volix to end it all. We're gonna have the award ceremony right now, so we're gonna also ask number 3 to come here as well. And after this, we're gonna have Tekken 8 here at around 10 p.m. So don't go anywhere. We're gonna have some amazing tournament coming up. But first up, some awards for the top 3 here. Let's get some noise, okay? Let's get hype. So third place goes to Marco. And second place goes to Dr. Gulag. And once again, coming from losers bracket this time, the Assymylly Summer 24 Street Fighter 6 champion is Volix. Thanks for all the players joining us here in Assembly and also all the spectators. But like I said, we're going to have some amazing Tekken action coming soon. So don't go anywhere. And also thanks for the crew and also big thanks for our amazing commentators. Give it up for Raiken and all of us as well. Let's take a little photo of you fellas first before you go. That's all for me. So a little break and around 10 p.m. we're going to have some Tekken.
Introducing the Aegon by AOC first ever 540Hz monitor. A state-of-the-art offering designed specifically with first-person shooters in mind, featuring the best specs in the industry and used by the best players in the world. Also, it just looks cool as hell. Get a load of this RGB lighting. Wait, turn off the lights in the studio. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. The Aegon by AOC 540Hz monitor, the official monitor of G2.
Can we turn the lights back on, please?
Nope.
I don't know why anyone comes here. It's just so quiet. What?
Quiet your my mouth with extra gum. Chew good.
Tietokoneet, tabletit ja muut älylaitteet suorituskykyisesti ja nopeasti kotiin toimitettuna. Verkkokauppa.comista.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Yeah, so tasty, so saucy, it tastes so good.
Maggi Saucy Noodles, now in a store near you.